Hey everyone, this is Walt from Mouse Talk. Melissa and I have watched tons of Hallmark Christmas movies over the years, from the tried and true classics to the brand new releases. And we've happily sat through every familiar plot, every perfectly placed mistletoe, and every magical snowfall to bring you the definitive list. We're counting down the top 20 Hallmark Christmas movies that are essential viewing. These are the films that just rise above the rest, the ones that define the genre, and the ones that deliver that perfect dose of holiday comfort we all crave. Get ready for some of our hot takes and maybe even discover a hidden gem you've missed. Our criteria is simple: a heartwarming plot, undeniable chemistry between the leads, and that special Christmas feeling that stays with you long after the movie ends. So, grab your hot cocoa, get cozy, and let's get started. But before we dive in, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, and please let me know in the comments which Hallmark Christmas movie is your all-time favorite. I need to know if it made our list. Coming in at number 20 is Magical Christmas Ornaments. If you like your holiday movies with an extra sprinkle of magic, you'll love this one. Jessica Lowndes stars as Marie, a woman who has kind of lost her Christmas spirit. But when her mother sends her a box of old family ornaments, she discovers that hanging each one seems to bring a new blessing into her life. Brendan Penny plays her handsome neighbor, Nate, and their budding romance is just as sweet as you'd expect. It's a charming story about rediscovering joy and believing in a little Christmas magic. At number 19, we have Angels Sing. Harry Connick Jr. stars as Michael, a man who lost his love for Christmas after a tragic childhood accident. And when he and his family move into a new house, he is unprepared for the neighborhood's intense Christmas spirit. But a mysterious man named Nick, played by the legendary Willie Nelson, helps him find his way back to the joy of the season. Featuring a star-studded cast that includes Chris Christopherson and Lyle Lovett, this is a powerful story about healing, family, and how music can reconnect you to holiday memories. Sliding into the number 18 spot is Christmas at Pemberley Manor. If you love a modern take on a literary classic, this one's for you. It's a fun nod to Pride and Prejudice, with Jessica Lowndes playing an ambitious New York event planner. She clashes with a grumpy billionaire played by Michael Reddy while trying to organize a Christmas festival at his gorgeous estate. The setting is absolutely stunning, and the slow burn romance is pure Hallmark elegance. It delivers all the romantic tension and grand festive moments you could ever want. Coming in at number 17 is the uplifting Maggie's Christmas Miracle. The film centers on a single mom played by Jill Wagner, who's juggling her career and her son, Jordan. More than anything, Jordan's Christmas wish is for his mom to find happiness and maybe love again. It's a story told with so much sincerity. Luke McFarlane is perfectly cast as Casey, a tutor who connects with both mother and son. It's a sweet movie that really focuses on family and the simple, powerful magic of a child's Christmas wish. Next up at number 16 is On the 12th Day of Christmas. This one is pure over-the-top holiday fun. It follows a woman who decides to win back her childhood friend and crush by secretly sending him gifts inspired by the 12 days of Christmas. It's playful, creative, and just so festive to watch as she comes up with more and more elaborate gestures. The whole thing is incredibly lighthearted, and her grand romantic effort makes it a truly memorable watch. Cracking the top 15 is Mistletoe Promise. This movie takes the classic fake dating trope and gives it a wonderfully festive spin. Jamie King and Luke McFarlane play two strangers who can't stand the holidays. They agree to be each other's fake significant others just to survive the Christmas season. Of course, their pretend arrangement starts to feel very real. Witty banter and eventual vulnerability between the leads are what makes this movie a total standout. Coming in at number 14 is Merry Christmas, Ted Cooper. This is one of Hallmark's funniest holiday movies, headed by the charming Robert Buckley. He stars as Ted Cooper, a perpetually optimistic but famously unlucky TV weatherman who heads to his hometown for a charity event. Despite a series of hilarious mishaps, from a switched suitcase to an allergic reaction, he stays determined to enjoy the season. He reconnects with his high school crush, Hope, played by Kimberly Sustad, and their chemistry is simply fantastic. It's a genuinely funny and heartwarming movie about seeing the bright side and finding love, even when it seems like everything is going wrong. At number 13 is Once Upon a Holiday. Who doesn't love a royal on-the-run story? This one is a Christmas fairy tale come to life. A real-life princess, played by Brianna Evigan, ditches her royal duties for a day to see what a normal Christmas is like. She meets a kind stranger, played by the always charming Paul Campbell, who shows her the simple joys of the season, all without having a clue who she really is. It's the perfect mix of romance, fantasy, and heartwarming holiday spirit. Our number 12 pick is A Veteran's Christmas. This movie brings so much heart and emotional depth to the screen. Eloise Mumford plays Captain Grace Garland, a Marine who has just been separated from her canine partner. Stranded in a small town right before Christmas, she's taken in by the local judge, Joe, played by Sean Ferris. The story explores healing, community, and finding a new sense of purpose in a really touching and respectful way. The bond that grows between Grace and Joe feels incredibly genuine, adding a layer of substance to the holiday romance. And at number 11, we have the star-studded The Christmas Train. Based on the novel by David Baldacci, this movie has an incredible cast, including Dermot Mulroney, Kimberly Williams-Paisley, Danny Glover, and Joan Cusack. A journalist takes a cross-country train ride at Christmas, where not only does he run into an old flame, but also gets swept up in the lives of other passengers. It's a journey of rediscovery with a little mystery and tons of heartfelt moments. Entering our top 10 is Christmas at Holly Lodge. This movie feels like a warm hug. Alison Sweeney stars as Sophie, the owner of a beautiful, historic lodge that's struggling financially. And along comes Evan, a developer sent to evaluate the property, played by Jordan Bridges. He's supposed to be all business, but he doesn't count on falling for Sophie and the magic of her lodge. The cozy, festive setting is a character in itself, and the story of a community rallying together is just incredibly heartwarming. At number 9 is The Bridge. Quick warning, you might want to grab a tissue for this one. It's based on a novel by Karen Kingsbury. It's one of Hallmark's more poignant stories. It follows two college students, Molly and Ryan, who form a deep bond at a beloved local bookstore called The Bridge. Years later, when the store is threatened with closure, they have to reunite to save it. The story is told in 2 parts and is full of emotional depth, really highlighting how important certain places and memories are in our lives. Coming in at number 8, we have Fur Crazy. This is such a quirky and refreshing story. A high-powered executive loses her job right before the holidays and finds herself roped into running her family's Christmas tree lot. It's a classic story about slowing down, figuring out what's really important, and naturally finding love among the evergreens. The lighthearted tone and funny situations make it a delightful and easy watch during a busy holiday season. At number 7 is A December Bride. Yes, it's another fake fiancé movie, but this one does the trope so well. Jessica Lowndes plays a woman dreading her cousin's wedding, where her ex-boyfriend just happens to be the groom. To save face, she asks a friend, played by Daniel Lissing, to pretend to be her fiancé. As they spend time together, their fake relationship starts to feel surprisingly real. It's a classic setup, but the charming chemistry make you root for them from the very start. For number 6, we have Naughty or Nice. This one is just pure magical fun. Hilary Burton stars as a woman who accidentally gets her hands on Santa's actual Naughty or Nice list. She starts using its secrets to expose the people in her town, which leads to some hilarious chaos, but also some unexpected romance. The premise is so creative and stands out for its humor and holiday mischief. It's a playful and original take on the Christmas spirit. Kicking off our top 5 is the one and only A Princess for Christmas. This is the ultimate Hallmark fairy tale. While it wasn't originally a U.S. Hallmark premiere, it has become such a beloved staple on the channel that it absolutely had to be on this list. Katie McGrath plays Jules, a young woman who becomes guardian to her niece and nephew after her sister passes away. They get a surprise invitation to spend Christmas at a European castle with their estranged grandfather, a duke played by the legendary Sir Roger Moore. There, Jules meets the charming Prince Ashton, played by a pre-Outlander Sam Heughan. It's enchanting, impossibly romantic, and a true Christmas dream. At number 4, we have The Christmas Cure. Brooke Nevin plays a doctor who returns to her small hometown for the holidays, only to find out her dad, played by Patrick Duffy, is retiring and selling the family's medical practice. While she's home, she reconnects with her high school sweetheart, and then has to decide between her big city career and her family roots. This movie blends heartfelt family moments with a classic second chance romance, delivering a story that is both comforting and deeply moving. Our number 3 pick is one of the most beloved Hallmark Christmas movies of all time, The 9 Lives of Christmas. What happens when you mix a commitment-phobic firefighter, a kind-hearted veterinary student, and a stray cat named Ambrose? You get one of the most beloved Hallmark Christmas movies of all time. Brendan Routh and Kimberly Sustad have some of the best chemistry you'll ever see in a Hallmark movie. Their banter is sharp, their connection feels real, and the adorable cat just adds a whole other layer of charm. Coming in at number 2 is a film that perfects the rivals to lovers trope, Window Wonderland. Kyler Lee and Paul Campbell star as 2 department store window dressers competing for the same promotion. She's all business and he's a free-spirited artist, and they're pitted against each other to see who can create the most eye-catching Christmas display. The chemistry and witty banter between them is electric, and it's a pure joy to watch their icy competition melt into a heartwarming romance. This one is creative, charming, and a total fan favorite. And finally, our number 1 pick for the best Hallmark Christmas movie you need to watch is The Most Wonderful Time of the Year. For us, this film is the absolute gold standard. It's everything a Hallmark movie should be. The great Henry Winkler plays a retired cop who brings a charming but struggling European chef home to stay with his single mom niece for the holidays. It's a story about being open to unexpected joy, embracing family, and finding love when you least expect it. The characters feel real, the romance is captivating, and it just perfectly captures that classic, heartwarming Hallmark spirit. And that's our list. The top 20 Hallmark Christmas movies guaranteed to fill your holiday season with cheer. But now it's out to you. We're dying to know what you think of our picks. So please tell us in the comments below what you would have included. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this countdown, please give us that thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more content just like this. Merry Christmas. Take care of yourselves and each other. And we will talk to you soon.